Yes.
Yes, Steve, to all of us. A great privilege.
Clemens, you have a fancy shirt. That looks like a Hawaiian
Yes,
shirt.
yeah. I thought
Hello.
Honolulu, and yeah, this is my dress to your birthday. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Charles, how are you?
Yeah.
Hi.
Very good.
Nice
So
to have you.
I took an appropriate background.
Yes, yes. Oh, there's Thierry. Thierry, how are you?
Hi, Steve.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Happy
for joining.
birthday.
This is
Happy
like
birthday to you.
Oh,
this
thank
is
you.
like an this is like an old class reunion.
You haven't changed.
There's
Yes.
George. There's
It's an old class, but with including the teacher.
And we are the troublemakers.
Yeah.
there's George.
La connexion est très très mauvaise. Tu peux.
You look very good,
Yeah,
Professor Tsai.
Oh, I feel good. I feel good, and
Hein?
we're in the rehab center. The Iris recovering from a hospital stay, but she's okay. Hi, Pascal. How are you?
Hi, Steve. Happy birthday. I have a t-shirt Stanford.
Oh, hey, that you got the right sweatshirt.
We put that together. Non. Tu devrais peut-être aller dans le salon, non?
Stanford. Little university.
So I've
Oh,
asked
should we sing
almost,
happy birthday?
Yes, we should sing, I think. Huh?
I think so too.
We should sing a song. You know all the song?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Okay. Okay. One.
wait, Clemens. Clemens, hang on. Let everybody come in.
Yes. Okay.
Give,
yeah,
give
we're
five,
still
5
waiting.
minutes.
Yes. All right. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get a beer, okay?
Yeah. Steve, you need to wait.
Oh, because we have, a lot of people said that they would come. So we have to, it'll be good if we wait for 5 minutes. Jocelyn wrote to me that she is not going to be able to join because she's in the mountains, and she said to send her greetings to you.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
She's there.
I've received messages from.
Oh yeah, she's
a number
there.
of people.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, but she's sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, there she is.
Muted, Jocelyn.
You're muted, Jocelyn.
Yeah, you're muted.
I'm muted. So I said before, happy birthday, Steve Tsai.
Oh.
Reaching you from the Appalachian Trail
Oh,
wow.
that's so nice.
on the East
Thank you.
Coast.
Where are you hiking?
Wouldn't want to miss it.
Yeah. Where are you
We're
hiking?
in the Shenandoah National Park, part of the
Oh.
I see.
Shenandoah National Park. It's in the Appalachian Trail on the East Coast.
Oh, that's
Very
great.
nice.
You're able to, they have Wi-Fi connections up in the mountains?
I'm at the top of the hill. I'm at the top of the hill. I had to, yeah. So for a moment, the clouds are good and we have Wi-Fi.
I'm surprised you have Wi-Fi there.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Wi-Fi used clouds to reflect the waves. I thought it was line
Well,
of
the
sight.
clouds can interfere sometimes. So
Susan, Steve, here is Susan to say
I'm
hello.
here too.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Oh, hi, Susan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's nice to see you both. And the
And the
dog,
dog.
too.
Dog just walked in too.
Did you shave today?
I'm sorry, George.
One of the characters didn't shave.
I did it.
I didn't. Sorry.
As usual.
I wouldn't recognize you otherwise.
So I guess we are about as much as there would be. So we can, Clemens, you wanted to go ahead
Yes.
and.
We can we can sing the song. You know all the song we need to sing today. Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steve. Happy birthday to you. He's a
and many more.
That's very nice. But it's not exactly synchronized, but it's good enough.
It was synchronized, but because of the differences where we are, the sound doesn't
Yeah.
travel equally.
That was a total problem, nothing else.
So I see some work there.
Yeah, Prof.
Yeah.
Tsai, happy birthday.
Oh, thank
Good
you.
to see
Thank you so much.
well, 92 is only for the strong guys.
Yeah. One of our friends thought I was 93, so I told her not to rush me. So again,
We should have put up not our current face, but faces from 50 years ago or 30 years ago when we first met Steve.
oh yeah,
We should have an album of
That's very nice.
then and now.
you don't want to see the difference.
Steve,
Yeah,
Steve, there is Professor Antonio Marquez from Porto. He wanted to wish you happy birthday, and he wanted to leave because he's got some other engagement.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank.
Oh, it was a pleasure to see you. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank
the
you so
best.
much. Thank you so much. I remember the first time we met was in Paris, ICCM 2, I think.
Yeah,
And-
long time ago.
yes, I remember. We were all very young at the time.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for everything. So
oh, you
all the
have
best.
come
Thank you.
you
Bye.
have come a long way professionally, and I'm sure personally too. And we're so happy for you, and congratulations.
Thank you very much for what have you done. Thank you. Bye.
So he's left, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Francisco.
And we have also Professor Lee from Seoul.
Yeah, really.
Yes. Yeah. Ui, how are you?
Well, doing all right. It's 4 in the morning, so.
Oh,
Oh, what time? What time is 6 hours? You're 6 hours, so you are 3 o'clock.
4 in the morning, yes.
4 in the morning.
Still in shirt,
Look,
So you wake up early or you late to bed?
Well, thank you very much for staying up. I always remember Ui for his work with George Springer at Michigan and then later at Stanford. And then we met many times in Paris. And his favorite restaurant is Train Bleu in
Train Bleu.
and
Oh,
his
the young-
favorite
Train Bleu.
dessert is the profiteroles. And
Oh, yeah, right.
I always remember the picture.
Well, they don't have that in the menu anymore.
That's right. That's right.
Years
They
ago,
stopped
yes.
serving. Unfortunately, but we had wonderful times with you in Korea and elsewhere. And we were at the CDW1 in Kanazawa. And
Yeah, right. Oh.
and all the help you gave us and all your work in the processing of composites and the leadership in ICCM and in a very difficult time. So congratulations to you.
You remember everything. Your memory is better than mine.
Oh, there's Francisco. Francisco.
Yes. Happy birthday, Steve. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good to see all of you. Very
Oh,
happy to see all of you.
oh, nice to see
Nice.
you.
Nice.
Yeah, I always remember your daughter was in Paris, and Iris and I had a dinner with her, and in a Chinese restaurant, and then we were concerned about escorting her back to her place, but then she said no, she doesn't need it because she's going to another party. That was about the midnight. So that is what young women do in Paris. I guess they go to parties.
Yes. It was good time.
Yes.
Very nice moments. Good moments. Good to remember.
Okay.
Thanks so much for everything we
Oh,
did in the past.
oh,
Thank you. Thank you much.
we thank you because we had a wonderful time in various CDWs and meetings and around the world, and also in, of course, in Brazil. We had a
Yes.
greatest time in Brazil. And I always remember the food. You have a very special pizza place, restaurant. We went there.
Yes.
Of course, the famous Brazilian barbecues. We had the Brazilian
Yeah.
barbecues at your home and also at the restaurants. So we remember all the wonderful foods we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You are with good memories more than
I remember foods, but I don't remember anything else.
Thanks so much for all the moments. Steve. It's for you and I.
Do you want to have a roll call, Steve, for the people who are there now?
I'm sorry.
Do you want to know who all are there?
Yeah.
So there's Anilio Rico from Italy, Francisco that you heard.
Oh,
just
yes.
now.
Yes.
Carlos Simini,
Yes.
Professor Springer,
Yes.
Clemens,
Yes. Yes.
Philip Mann, Sangwook Singh, Albertino,
Yes.
Francesco DiCaprio from Italy,
Yes.
Jocelyn Thierry, and Sangwook
Yes.
Singh.
And Steve, it's very important. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Italians in the group. And this is important because you are priority, because currently since 15 minutes, the Italian national team is playing in the European soccer contest.
That's right.
It's the second level before the final one.
Yes. Yes. And
Yeah.
there is Susan and George, and Clemens is a professor in Munich, and he is our representative in Germany, and he has a very active gathering of students, and here we have. Welcome.
We try to do our best. Yeah. Yeah, and currently 2 of them are also cooperating with Agnello and Francesco in Italy.
Yes, yes.
So Agnello, Francesco, wait a little bit more because they have recently started their work and they are preparing, and you can expect some things in the next weeks, I think.
Yes, okay. It's okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
Okay, welcome. Thank
Steve.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, Steve, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And you are certainly the pioneer in the conversion programs, and your ANSYS work is spreading, and not only in the University of Munich, but also in the University of California, Berkeley, and all the other places that will be following. And of course, in Imperial College is using it. And I would expect that would expand as time goes on, because you are truly the pioneer of showing how double can be deployed. And we will have more of that as time goes on. And we appreciate your contribution.
Yes, and I think all this fine aggregation here are all super spreaders with respect to double, huh? This is the good super spreading, yeah, the one we want.
So,
Are there variants?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys, all of you, are vaccinated.
Yeah, Carlos, we are also thinking about Brazil. Yeah, it's not good news what we hear.
Yeah. But anyway, we hope for the best. And I got shot, and then I'm happy.
Yeah, keep distance. Keep distance. Yeah.
Yes, I heard from Paulo from UK, and they're having problems also. And so we have a fuel tank project with Airbus, but their plant keep on being postponed. The reopening of their plant was supposed to be in July. It was pushed back. Now apparently it's pushed back again. So the earliest will be in September, and maybe even later. So apparently it's not as under control as some other countries. Yeah, that's unfortunately that is public health is a lot more important than the fuel tank or anything that the companies may do.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how it will feel like, and I assume maybe the same for some of you. The first day that I'll be getting back to the office. So the last time I was in my office was March 6th, 2020.
That feels strange, right?
Yeah, well, so actually being at home, so everything is fine. I actually enjoy it. But then the day we will be back us all together, it will be nice to see all the colleagues. But I'm wondering if there will be special or strange feelings or not. We'll see.
For those who are interested, the score is 0-0.
Okay.
We can watch it here too in America.
I won't make any comment. I would have hoped that my country would have been playing tonight instead of Italy.
You didn't help them enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're too nice.
That's quite amazing, Philippe, to have been away since day one, the beginning of COVID-19. So you have not been back at all, which is really amazing.
Yeah, actually, so I've been back 4 or 5 times, I think, in the building to go back to the lab for making some testing. So those things, but I haven't been at my desk. So per se, because actually the occupancy rate is quite low. So they have kept the building open. So they shut down the building completely the first 3 months, and then they reopened for the people who had to be there, because there are some tasks that you can't do remotely. And then so they wanted to make sure that, but with distancing and everything, so I didn't want to have too many people, but to keep it open for the people who would need it. And so means that operations have been going on very well. Employees before had been asking, okay, is it possible to have some work from home, from time to time or so? But management was saying, well, don't know. So, and then, well, all of a sudden, in the matter of a weekend, so they had to switch the entire company to work from home. And now they say, oh, wow. Because actually 2020 and 21 are actually exceptional years. So in the number of releases of new products and everything. So they were surprised to find out that it's working very well. So looks like the future will be a hybrid scheme. So they have some pilot projects going on in other centers, and so we'll find out in fall. Then they will probably spread it throughout Europe.
Is that, Philippe, is that a policy of Luxembourg, or that's a policy of Goodyear?
Goodyear. So it's a policy of a Goodyear, but it has been policy of the country also. So work from home has been sort of mandatory. So whenever possible. So the governments have been encouraging to have people staying at home.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So there'll be many changes if ever we return to the so-called norm, the old norm versus a new norm, and will be a difficult period in transition, and because it's not likely go back to the same old arrangement anymore, and so it is really hard for the young people in their beginning of their career, because their career path will be so difficult to define, because nobody knows how the future will look like. There's no such model to follow.
Yeah. We have a German colleague who joined the company on April 1st, 2020. So he got his job offer in January or February, so something like that. But then so for a start in April, and so he has joined, but has been working remotely since day one. So,
good for him. He has a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to be owner of office buildings now. So because I think that there will be lots of buildings empty very soon.
Yeah, but physical meetings are also very important. You can't do everything by using Zoom now.
No, so I think so that's what will be the hybrid thing, that meeting rooms will still be there. I think that for initiating something, that physical is very important. For doing a follow-up, then the Zoom is fine. Yeah. But then I hear more and more that for the people who would not intend to be in the office, say almost every day, that then probably the desk arrangements would become flexible, that you wouldn't have an assigned desk anymore, that they could now have a fewer desks, and knowing there would be a rotation among people. So we'll see.
Yeah. We should say that Professor Tsai started this 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It's for 15 years, right?
Yes.
Education is fine.
Yeah. I always remember Carlos. Carlos, the first time we met, he wanted to work with me, and but I told him, I said, we are in contact with people who will fund us, you know, government agencies. So I told him he must remove his earrings. He cannot wear earrings. And the next day he came to me and showed me his passport picture with no earrings. He said the earrings is something that he learned from Stanford people, so he's not really responsible. So he did remove his earrings, but after he graduated, and I guess I don't know, you're still wearing earrings now or not. But,
That's how I got my wife.
So I've got to say something in the middle here. In about 3 minutes, if this thing stops, if this connection stops, then you log out and hang on for another a minute or so and reconnect on the same connection. And if that doesn't work, I will send you all a new connection.
Yeah, and Naresh, thank you very much for arranging it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect.
That was really nice.
Very good. Very good idea. Yeah.
Thank you, Naresh. Good job.
thank you very much.
Congratulations.
You don't have to thank me.
Good
It
to
was a
see all
pleasure.
of you.
Yeah.
I said, it
But
was a pleasure.
all of you is happy to work from home. I'm not so happy.
Yeah. Me either.
I'm looking forward to come to office again.
Mm.
Too many hours with my family.
Yeah.
I hope they're not watching.
You were saying, Mr. Springer?
I hope that the family is not watching it.
No, absolutely, they are out now.
My family is sitting right here with me.
But I think that is I think that the feeling is the same for my daughters, and also from my wife, because sometimes if you know, if the house is not so big and you have to make a call from the office on one side. On the other side, you have your wife that is talking with a friend. On the other side, you have two daughters that are doing their lesson at school. It is very difficult. It is very difficult.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Well, that's what they say, that the future homes will be different, just like the future offices will be different too.
Mm.
And that there will have to be facilities to accommodate work at home. And so there are attempts to convert office buildings into apartment buildings,
Mm.
but it's such a difficult task because they almost it's easy to tear down the office building and build a new apartment building, but to convert the office building into an apartment, I understand from the professionals, is very, very difficult because all the utilities and all the internal plumbing, electrical and partition and everything is so different. And the conversion is really, really very, very, very costly. And the location, and so things will be changing quite a bit. And unfortunately for the owners of the buildings, I'm not so sure that the risks are so high, and they may or may not be economically justifiable. But these are the changing times, and so we will have to face up to that.
They sold it in Florida. They blew up the building.
That's a terrible accident. That, if it was an accident, you know, that was such a terrible thing. And it just reminds us of the World Trade Center that came down.
Mhm.
And this is it's just incredible. And
But that was bad engineering, right?
Apparently, they when they start looking into it, there are all kinds of deficiencies. One of them, they say they did not use enough steel. The steel reinforcement was undercount, and there are all kinds of problems. And but people always think that's it happens in China, in the third world, underdeveloped countries. But in Miami, Florida, you don't expect that. And but it did happen, unfortunately.
Money is money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Cost savers everywhere.
Imagine the owners or the tenants who live in high rises. And I don't know what they do. And,
Well, I used to live in a high rise in Stanford, and I got a couple of earthquakes, and it feels safe.
Steve, what level is your apartment in Palo Alto?
I'm sorry?
What level are you in Palo Alto? What floor?
They're still there.
Yeah, what is it? What
Seventh, I think.
The floor.
Floor.
Seventh. We live on the seventh floor.
Yeah.
And the building is 60 years old, roughly. And I would hope that was built according to the specifications and requirements, but you never know. When people cast concrete and you don't see what's inside, they didn't put enough rods, or they didn't use enough water ratios, and the concrete will be under specifications. So you never know.
That one came through 89 just fine, I think.
Uh-huh.
You were there. Well, you weren't there.
Oh, that's right. We were there. You were there.
I went there. Yeah, the only thing that did not come through fine were your books.
That's right. It survived the earthquake, so that was a good proof test.
Yeah.
So it's not likely to pancake like the one in Florida. But again, you know, you just don't know. With all the stringent requirements and inspections, and but there are ways to cut corners too, I'm sure. And so living on the ground, living in a one-story building and in the area away from mountains, give up the views. I think it's a good thing. In California, they love to have you know, views with a foundation which is really not reliable. And the earthquakes in San Francisco suffered, the last one, and many of the homes are just demolished totally. But again, that's these are unfortunate tragedies. Fortunately, it doesn't happen that often now.
Yeah, that reminds me of a comment of European friends or family asking me, "Oh, weren't you scared living in California and the earthquakes?" So, well, you know, simplifying a bit, you can choose between hurricanes in the southeast, blizzards in the northeast, tornadoes in the middle, volcanoes in the northwest. Then you might as well have an earthquake from time to time and sunshine the rest of the year.
That'll be fine, yeah.
Unlike in Belgium, where it is never sun.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're perfectly right, because it's again the same thing.
In Hawaii, in Honolulu, people love to live on top of mountains because they have a nice view, but it is made of volcanic ash rocks, and these rocks sometimes come loose. So there are instances of the big rocks coming down the mountains, and they hit your home, and these huge boulders. And fortunately, it doesn't happen that often, but it could happen. So when you live in the mountains here, and that's one threat. And also you have other situations. So not everywhere, as you say, you can choose in different parts of the country will have different threats. So we have our threats here too, are the gigantic volcanic boulder coming down to hit your homes. So
Is that from active volcano or dormant?
these are dormant, but they're just the volcanic rocks are not is a very porous material, and it's not like a solid granite, and so they come loose. And once in a while they just come down, tumbling down from the mountains. And so hopefully you should try to stay on the sea level. The sea level is safer, but again, you don't see the view. You don't have a view, so you want to go up. And so these mountain trails are very good because the bad guys, sometimes they try to escape. They go up the mountains and find out that was a dead-end street. They go all the way up and then they can't go any further. So they get caught. So you're trying to escape, don't go up the mountains, because there's no, you have to come down the same way you go up.
Aren't those rocks basalt?
I'm sorry?
Aren't those rocks basalt?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, they should think of making a business there, making basalt fiber.
So
instead of a rock hurtling down on you, there'll be fiber, being shed down on you.
Jocelyn, I think, is an earthquake zone because the ground is moving. Look.
I think it's Jocelyn that's moving.
yes, if you see some of the buildings, the housing they built alongside of the mountains, it just looks so flimsy because the hills are very steep, so they have to put very long columns to support a house, and the house always come in, of course, multi-levels, and try to follow the profile of the mountains. So a house is not unusual to have, 2 or 3 stories, but they're supported by columns, very long columns. So I just hope that the civil engineers who designed these things know the column will not buckle, and it's so precarious. You look up all these homes are built on stilts.
So this is about to die. The Zoom is about to die. Just give me 1 second. I'll once it goes,
I'm not so sure. They always talk about that 40-minute max, but I've had experiences that it just keeps going. Like 1 sentence about it.
D'après Nadia, le dernier client de Sophie est parti à 21h. Elle a vérifié son alibi, il est en béton. Par contre, Arthur Gersin, il est resté après la fermeture du spa. Lui aussi, il avait un rendez-vous parallèle. C'est clair qu'il trafique, ils ont monté, c'est clairement une entreprise. Alors, d'après les déclarations du témoin, il a entendu Sophie et Arthur se disputer parce que lui ne voulait pas la vendre. Okay.
We hear some background noise.
We are missing the birthday boy.
And it's French.
Bon, mais j'avais des urgences. Nous, on rentre à la nuit, on va voir. Parlez de lui, occupez-la, faites les chiens. Oui.
Well, it's very nice to see all you guys, but we're missing the birthday boy. Where is the birthday boy?
It's connected, maybe.
Maybe he didn't know to rejoin.
Maybe, that's right.
Hopefully he has a nice lunch today.
Yeah. I bet did. This is very important for him. So Jocelyn, just tell me, you were doing the Appalachian,
Yes.
the trail?
Well, I'm doing a part of it. We're spending a week in the Shenandoah National Park, which is the Virginia part. And I'd like to say it was flat, but it's just up and down. So I don't know what I was thinking, but they talk about two kinds of fun. Type fun is, it's fun when you do it, but it's not so fun to talk about it later. Or it's not so fun, but it's fun to talk about it later. And I think it's that kind, you feel better afterwards.
Our granddaughter climbed Half Dome yesterday.
Oh, in Yosemite.
Yeah.
Lovely. Very nice, very
Nice,
nice. So this was a good excuse for me to sit down. All my friends took off, so I'll be, but I wish I could show you how it looks. But I don't know how to turn my camera around.
We can see.
Anyway.
We can see trees
I
behind you.
came from there.
There's
I came
the
from
trail.
there, and I have to go back up there. And the
Wow.
view is pretty good this way, but it's hard to see a little bit. It's nice.
Making me sick.
Oh,
The weather looks good.
the
But
weather is good.
you sleep in the woods?
Yeah, I sleep in the woods. Here's my pad. But this is what's important. Having the poles are important. And yeah, well, they have shelters. The Appalachian Trail has shelters, which are really nice. But yeah, of course you sleep in the woods. That's the best
my
part.
God.
We hang up the food. We hang up the food over the tree so the bears don't come. But we also have bear spray. I didn't see any bears yet, but it's good. It's
So
not
how
the
long is gonna-
food
how
of Steve
long-
Tsai. It's camp food.
How long do you intend to do it? It's like miles or how long?
Yeah, lots of miles. Yeah, probably.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but the problem is not the miles. The problem is up and down, and the down's not easy and the up is not easy. I'm like, so I would like to do Santiago de Compostela. I think that's flat. And if you start in France, you get a lot of good French food. So that's what I'm going to do next time. Have you done that, Thierry? Have you done that hike down there?
No, not yet. Actually, if we can get to US now, we cannot fly to US to see our family. But our plan is August to do the Appalachian Trail with my son.
Oh.
So we'll be there. We'll be there sometime, hopefully.
Wow, good.
I don't know exactly where we should start, and but it will be a nice experience. Yes,
it's very nice. It's very nice. But make sure you have the poles, the hiking
I have the
poles.
poles. I have.
Okay.
I'm hiking in France, so I have the poles, and I will
Okay.
bring them.
Yeah. Oh,
I
it's
make
a
sure.
great time. You'll love it.
I'm sure. Well, where did you start?
I started in the middle of Shenandoah, and we're going to the south part. Shenandoah is
Okay.
100 miles, and we're doing about half of that.
Ah,
And the
okay.
other side, beside the poles, is you have to have the pad under your sleeping bag so that you can sleep okay. And
Okay.
yeah, but everything else is pretty easy. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Bug
I
spray.
hope
You
we
need
can
bug
make it.
spray. The bug spray is important.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for.
Yeah, Jocelyn, are the trails busy, crowded, or you are?
Not so crowded, not so crowded. Most of the bubble, they go from Georgia to Maine, and they just came through about 2 weeks ago. So now it's not busy. But when Thierry comes, he'll see beautiful colors in the trees. The fall colors will be nice. But yeah, not so crowded. We saw some people, they're all interesting characters.
Yes.
So it's been nice. A lot of single women by themselves do the hike. It's amazing. A lot of people, old people, young people, all kinds of people.
I see. Well, Susan Springer does a lot of hiking too, right, Susan?
Yeah, I haven't done that. I've done bits and pieces of the Appalachian Trail. Just bits and pieces. It is hard. Up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
The worst.
I guess
worst
bits and
Maine,
pieces is enough. You get the idea.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the whole thing. Right,
No.
right.
And Naresh and Laura, they do their hiking in
Dolmadors.
Yeah.
We go every year hiking for a week in the Alps. We are going on the 18th.
But I think you have a really nice place with a D, Delta, like Dolmadors, or what's the D place called?
Dolomiti.
Oh yeah, that's the nice place.
That is right in the Alps. That's the part of Alps which is very beautiful. That's where that's the place where we go.
That's in the Italian Alps or the Swiss Alps?
See, the largest part of Alps is in Italy. The second largest is in Switzerland. Third largest is in France, and then Austria.
I see. Where are the skiing? So skiing in France or Swiss or where?
Everywhere.
I see.
Everywhere. All these, the Alps form a barrier between the countries historically. And the barrier actually is at the place where there is perennial snow. So you get, that ski lift that came crashing to the ground a few weeks back, that was in Italy.
I see.
Yeah.
That's very unusual, right? The cable cars crash.
Yeah, and sometimes I go flying gliders, and I go flying gliders in the Alps, in the mountains, and then you see the place from a distance for 4 or 5 hours, and you travel a long distance, and then you come back to the plains, and then you miss the Alps. So this time we are going on foot. So. Have you ever gone on a glider, on a sailplane?
Me? No. I've seen them. I've never had. And it's such a great sport. I understand in Switzerland, they say they don't get work done because they talk about the sailplanes all the time. Friday they talk about what they're going to do. Then Monday they talk about what happened. So a week there's only 3 days left.
No, that's not true. Sailplanes are some of the best things that you can. I've been flying since 86. No, 82. Since 89, I've been a flight instructor on these. I'll send you a video that I'll send a link of a video which I made 2 weeks back on the flight that I did just before the flight, because people keep asking, what do you fly? So I made a video and I'll just link it to you.
Mhm.
Send it to all of us.
Okay. I'll just link it to you. Here it is.
Those
I
are
will- I
all
will-
made, those are all made of fiberglass, right? Use glass composites.
Glass, and also the recent ones are made of carbon. The recent ones are made up of carbon. And let me send this link to you folks. Let me see if I'll send you the chat. So if you click on this.
Steve, is someone taking you out to a birthday lunch?
I'm sorry?
Is someone taking you out for a birthday lunch?
No, we are staying in this rehab center. Iris is still bedridden, bedridden, so we can't go out. It's
Yeah.
interesting. It has something to do with the insurance. If she leaves the establishment, the premises, then the insurance doesn't no longer covers. So it was the insurance limitations, not the physical limitations, that she couldn't go out. And so the rules are very strict. So she has to stay within the premises. So that's where we are. And they provide, for institutional food is not bad. And so that's where we are.
Well, we had such a good party 2 years ago. I think we're good for 10 years. We can wait for 10 years and then have another big party again.
That's true.
Well, Naresh's friend, Raket Sharman, predicted, I'd be at least 100, but he thinks really it's 104. So I have 12 more years to go. So don't rush me.
You probably do.
I thought he told you to take it easy a little bit.
Yes, he was very nice. He sent me a message today. He said that great things will happen between September and November this year. So I'm just give you a heads up. Something will happen between September and November, and I will make sure you guys will know. Remember that I mentioned in July 6th. So we have 2 months, 3 months with good things to happen.
So what, triple?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Hey guys, it's really nice to see all of you. Thank you so much for being. I have to go. I need to teach a class right now, and I got a beer to pay an homage to Professor Steve Tsai, and then very nice to see you all. Thank you so much, Naresh, and very birthday. Good birthday for you, Professor Tsai.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Carlos.
Well, Steve, I hope you have a good day. I don't know if it's a surprise or not, but anyhow, happy birthday, and I hope to have it at least for several more years, if in person or through Zoom.
Okay. Well, we're very fortunate where we are, and we hope that will continue. And I see your shirt with the Stanford and NYU. And,
yeah.
So that I remember that Pascal and Thierry had a housekeeper, and the Massards, they love T-shirts and sweatshirts with the universities, and so they have a many collection of many of them. Except one day they saw the daughter of the housekeeper wearing something like a New York University shirt, and she knew that came from hers, not likely for the owner, the caregiver's own purchase, because it came from the U.S., the original version, not the French version. So they had a lot of problem with that, and I can understand, because these people, they say they have so many T-shirts and sweatshirts, so one missing wouldn't have been noticed. But except that, you know, it's a design that's different from the local French products. So.
Oh, this is a grandparent shirt.
Right. Okay. They make all the different shirts for different occasions or different relations. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. It's a big thing that when Pascal wore one of the shirts, when I was staying with them, and so I asked, I say, is it the day off? Because when he wears a sweatshirt, I would expect he's not going to the office. He said, no, we're going to the office. So I was surprised they can wear. It's very fashionable to wear a New York NYU shirt and so forth.
Well, I had no idea.
Here we can back it up. We have he has lots of sweatshirts with the University of Stanford and Yale and so forth.
We still have a big collection, yes.
Yeah.
Pascal was wearing the Stanford she bought 2 years ago.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so she keeps going on.
Yeah. So
Really, can you hear?
Yes, he can hear.
Yes.
Can you do the earphones off for a minute? You still have hair.
Yes.
You still have hair.
Yeah, beautiful hair. Look.
Yeah, and it's not even white like the rest of us.
And no color.
Very good.
So that's
I'm jealous.
Well, still, I think we'll let you go back to Iris.
Yeah. We're hoping that we can go back to independent living in a week. We've been here in the rehab center, and it's a very nice setup. They allow me to stay here. They have double rooms, and for the insurance to cover, it has to be in double rooms. We cannot stay in single rooms. So they gave us a double room so I can sleep in the other bed, and that worked out very well. And but we're anxious to live here. She still has some low-grade fever, and so the pneumonia is still a little bit, and so hopefully in the next few days we get that cleared up. Once that get cleared up, and then we should be able to move back to independent living. So we're looking, yeah. Well, thank you. Yo, thank you.
Yeah, all the best to her.
Right, she doesn't like to appear because her hair is not fixed up. So I don't worry about my hair. And for her, she said, nah, can't do it. So but she's with us in spirits, but not physically present, because she should wear a wig or something. But we'll figure that out something in the futures. But I again thank you so much, Naresh, for making the arrangement to see all the old friends. And we're all still here and kicking, and which is really wonderful. It brings back all the happy memories of with every one of you, and we hope this will continue for another 10 years or 12 years, whatever that will be. And thank you. And
please convey our happy anniversary to her.
Yes, thank you. We are 67 years. So that's we say when we have the 70th, we'll have another big celebration. By that time, maybe we have the new norm, and then we can travel again. So hopefully that will be the case. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all of you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Chief.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Have a good day, Chief.
Happy birthday. George.
Bye.
Birthday again.
Great to see you all.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Good evening to everyone.
Okay, bye.
Very good to see you.
Good hiking, Jocelyn.
Good hiking, yeah, Jocelyn.
Keep safe. Come back safe.
Yes.
Okay.